Welcome to another Witcher lore video, guys. So I had a suggestion the other day to make a video on this creature, and the reason I decided to make today's video on this creature was just because I thought it's actually quite an interesting creature. We know bits about it, and there's a lot of speculation you can kind of put into it, and I just think it's one of those really interesting creatures from the Witcher universe. So I've decided to make today's video on Striga. So to begin with, some very basic information on a Striga, just to get the general idea of what it is. So a Striga is a woman, bear in mind only women can be Strigas, who has been cursed, and through this curse has transformed into a Striga. So Strigas have a hatred for all living things, and would happily eat anything that they can lay their eyes on, and they can kill anything without any weight on their conscience at all. They're pretty much lethal, evil killing machines. Strigas can only ever hunt at a full moon, but when they hunt they have inhuman strength and speed. This is also shown in the Witcher 1 opening cinematic when you see how powerful this creature is, considering that that creature is a 14-year-old girl. So now to move on to the curse itself. So not much is known about this curse that changes females into Strigas, so I can't tell you exactly how it happens, but what I can give you is an example of this curse that has been actually documented, so it can give us a lot of information just about Strigas in general, about how the curse works. So to begin with, I will have to tell you of the love affair between King Foltest and his sister Adda. So Foltest was originally promised to King Vizimir II's daughter, but instead decided to have a love affair with his sister, and then eventually he actually planned to marry his sister instead. So through this love affair, Adda became pregnant, and then after Adda became pregnant and she had a love affair with her brother, a man named Ostrit became very jealous, as he actually loved Adda. So Ostrit went to a witch and asked if he could curse them, so then the witch agreed, and Ostrit then gathered the ingredients and uttered a curse. We don't know the words, we don't know the ingredients, but that's pretty much what happened. So later on, Adda is giving birth and she dies, and so does her child she was going to give birth to. So they were laid to rest in a single tomb they shared, and then Foltest, who'd lost his sister, his lover, and his daughter all in one day, eventually moved on with his life. But after 7 years, Foltest's thought to be dead daughter turned out to be a Striga, and for 7 years had been in the tomb growing and becoming a horrifying beast. And that's the first part of the story. And just as an extra point, there have been some reports that it was in fact Foltest's mother who cast the curse, as she was also said to be very disapproving. And if you think about the Witch universe, it seems that everybody solves their problems with curses, so it's very possible that both of them cursed her, or maybe only one of their curses worked. It's not confirmed whether she cursed them or not, but Ostrit definitely did. But yet again, that's just a little bit of speculation. So my next point is how you can cure a Striga, but the next part of the story actually reveals this pretty well and can explain it pretty well, so I'm going to tell the next part of this story. So the Striga then began to terrorise Old Vizima for quite a while, and Foltest did try many different methods for a long time to deal with his beastly daughter, and this is without killing her of course. But no method seemed to work, except for one, because Foltest eventually decided to employ the services of a white-haired witcher, who I'm sure all of you who are listening will know is Geralt of Rivia. Geralt then set to work and used a method that I will explain to you now. So Geralt's goal was to make sure that the Striga couldn't return to her sarcophagus before daybreak. So, after serving up Ostrit as a distraction, the Witcher defensively held back the Striga, then sealed himself inside her grave until dawn. When he woke up the next morning, he was happy to see Princess Adda, finally in human form, lying on the floor. The curse had been lifted. And you may think, oh, that's pretty simple, but you've got to imagine how many people can hold off a Striga without killing it, and then be able to stay in its sarcophagus at night and not let it enter. And then also have the know-how to do this. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have thought to do that. So that's the full story, but I'm sure you may be curious as to how ex-Strigas function after being cured. Well, Adda's case was actually a special one, as she had been a Striga since her birth. She actually had the body of a 14-year-old but the mind of an infant, so it's not exactly known if this is exclusive to Adda's case because of the fact that she's been a Striga her entire life, or if you turn into a Striga then turn back into a human, it can just cause your mind to become childlike. We don't actually know, because obviously changing shape is going to have some sort of mental impact, as your brain will probably have to change shape as well. So we don't know if it's the curse that might cause people to become mentally disabled in general, or if it's just because Adda was a Striga since birth. So I'll also mention that despite being cured, there is still a possibility for a relapse. So, a cured Striga should always wear a protective amulet, and participate in rituals to assure the monstrous form will not return. And this is what Adda did pretty much her entire life after being cured. In fact, if you play The Witcher 1, she still wears the amulet that Geralt gave her. So yeah, a Striga is a fairly straightforward creature. It's just a cursed creature like any other. You could argue that a werewolf's a cursed creature. It's just something that people change into, I suppose. And the people that change into it usually lose control. So that's all I really want to say on Strigas. This video is not meant to be a particularly long one as I got a busy week, but what I'm going to do to end today's video is I'm going to read the Witcher journal entry on Strigas, and then I'm going to read an extract from Ostert's journal as I just think it's very, very interesting. So first, the journal entry. Where does it come from? Spells? Magic? I have no idea, sire. The sages research these phenomena. For us witches, it is enough to know that strong will may create them. We also like to know how to fight them. And kill them? Most frequently, yes. That is what we are usually paid for. If you want the spell lifted, people usually just want to be protected. If the monster has killed people, revenge may be another motive. So there's the journal bestiary entry, but that's actually a quote from the conversation between Geralt and Foltest in the short story The Witcher. Next, for Ostert's journal, I curse you, Foltest, and hope you rot amidst worms in hell. I curse your incestuous deeds. Your sister Adda deserve better. I implore destiny to render the child born of your lechery as monstrous as you. If the witch spoke truly, you will soon taste my vengeance. I need only prepare the ingredients and utter the words thrice. Some say that not even the words are necessary, that hatred alone suffices. Know that my hatred is fierce. On the margins, someone made notes, as if researching how to renew the curse of the Striga. Anyway guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you've learned something new. I hope you've at least enjoyed the video and just had a nice time listening to The Witcher and enjoying yourself in the Witcher universe a little bit more. As always, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, as it does help me out, and these videos take a long time and it's very kind for you guys just to click that one button. Also, be sure to comment what you thought was good about the video and what you want to see next. So thanks guys. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I do updates on there whenever I post a video, so you get the update and you'll be able to know when my videos come out. Obviously, if you're subscribed, you'll get it as well, but if you follow me on Twitter and you're quite frequent on there, then you'll just get that extra notification, and you'll just see when I do updates in general. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitch. I do games on there when I can. I'm quite busy recently, so I probably won't be able to do it for a while, but if you follow me on there, you'll get the notification when I do go live, so be sure to do that, guys. And also, as always, a big thank you to the Patreon pledges. You guys are amazing. It's very, very kind what you guys do, and I just want to say that it's so kind. It's really, really great that you guys donate, and I just want to say that you're all awesome. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next video.